I thought, oh my gosh, I was gonna send you.
Yes.
the
Yes.
email. Oh my gosh, your minutes.
I read those
last
minutes, I thought,
month. I don't
holy
know.
hours.
I mean,
I know. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I would like to call this July 11th, 2023 Planning Commission meeting to order. I would ask if you have any cell phones or internet devices, please put them on silence so not to disrupt the meeting. Anyone wishing to address the board, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record. The first thing on the agenda is approval of minutes from June 13th.
Move to approve. Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the minutes are approved. Director Sheehan.
Mr. President, before we actually get into the agenda, we do have two items that will not be heard tonight. Item number 3, case P10A23, petition of David Council requesting development plan approval for Bridgeway Church at 1401 East Hoffer. They did not get their advertising out in time, so we have to continue that for 30 days.
Okay.
And the other item is item number 6, case P17Z23. It's the petition of Laura Gap Group 21 LLC, requesting to change the zone classification from R1 to M3. And this is at 1400 East Hoffer Street. They wanted us to pull this from the agenda. They're going to regroup and file at a later date. So we're going to just pull this one from the agenda. Okay, so is everyone okay with both of those?
You said number 3, number 6?
Number 3, item number 3, and item number 6, correct. Yes. So the first case to be heard tonight is case P16Z23, petition of Jerry Collins requesting Kokomo City Plan Commission petition and recommend to to the Common Council for a change in zone classification from C1 small to medium general. Let me start that again. For a change in zone classification from C1 small to medium scale general commercial to C2 medium to large scale general commercial. And this is at 220 East Morcon Avenue, and there's also 2 adjoining lots to the north.
Move for approval. Second.
Is there someone here to represent this case? Please come forward.
My name's Mike Woolley. I'm Jerry's son-in-law. I've got a power of attorney on his behalf here to act on his willingness. This is the renter that's trying to rent the building. What we're trying to use it for is a used car lot, which it's been used before up to 2002. It held a license there, Collins Auto Sales, only just the one existing building. So what we're trying to do is just merge the 2 back properties. He's wanting to put a showroom in on the back side, to drive-in showroom. So I need access to the back of the building to do that.
Any questions from the board before we have staff report? Director Sheehan.
Staff report for case P16Z23. Jerry Collins is requesting change in zone classification for property address listed above. These lots will be used for used car sales. According to the current City of Kokomo zoning ordinance in the C2 zone district, auto-oriented business are a permitted use. The adjoining properties are to the north C1 and R4, to the south C1, to the east C1, and to the west C1 and R5. According to the City of Kokomo zoning ordinance, the C2 zoning district is compatible with all the neighboring properties except for the property zoned as R4 and R5. However, this location has been used for commercial purposes in the past. According to the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Future Land Use Map, this area of East Morcon Avenue is located in an area proposed for general commercial. General commercial is defined as being commercial area that accommodates a wide variety of large and small scale commercial uses. Typically, this category is for commercial uses that cater to vehicular traffic with high visibility for major roadways. Land use goals to encourage orderly and responsible development to promote health, safety, and quality of life for residents in the City of Kokomo while maintaining Kokomo as a leading community for affordable housing. Land use to encourage adequate land for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, and recreational uses. Does not designate specific districts in the community suitable for residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, and recreational uses.
Any,
So we're
Sorry.
still, yeah, we're
Still
still
going.
3 pounds, still going. The goal of the City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan Transportation Map is to enhance connections throughout the city for improved safety, function, and efficiency for all modes of transportation, including vehicular, bicycle, and pedestrian networks. According to the transportation map, this area of East Markland Avenue is defined as a minor arterial, which is a street that collects and distributes traffic to and from collector and primary arterial streets. The traffic count for this area of East Markland Avenue is 14,068 cars. This is the nearest point on off of Apperson Way. The staff desires that the board forward a favorable recommendation to Kokomo Common Council based on the information presented by the petitioner.
Any questions from the board? Now we've had staff report.
You said you're gonna add a building?
Yes.
Okay. So that'll go through development plan
Yes.
approval, and we'll get a chance to, my
Yes.
concern is, you know, not to disparage the owner or anything like that, just to kind of maybe enhance the look of it a little bit, so I think we could probably handle that through.
Well, I think, yeah, the current building itself, he's gonna, go in and, the back of the building is gonna be opened up, and it's gonna have, you know, we're gonna drive in, basically showroom, and, you know, naturally the corner will get cleaned up some, but,
Right.
as far as, adding an additional building and all that, I mean, we would need to see the
Sure,
layout and all
sure.
that.
Right.
So,
Yep.
I understand your concern.
Yeah, yeah, and our goal would be to add some landscaping to that to make it look nicer and more. All right.
Any other questions from the board? Any questions from the audience on this case? Ma'am, I need for you.
Yep, come back here, please.
Actually, I was wondering about the,
I need your name and address first, please.
Brandy McKinney. I'm actually here for my son.
I need an address.
903 South Market.
Thank you. Please
Okay,
continue.
I was just wanting to make sure it wasn't affecting his actual address, like,
No,
okay.
No, no.
I didn't want him to, you know.
no.
Yeah, he would have been notified as an adjoiner, but
Okay.
it won't, nothing will be done to his property.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Any other questions from the audience? Any questions from the board? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P16Z23, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries, and now we'll go to the city council and represented there by Councilman Matt Rieke.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Mr. President, this case is case P06P23, petition of We Engineering requesting approval of primary and final plat for property at 1728 East Markland Avenue.
Move for approval?
Second.
Someone here to represent this case, please come forward.
Bill Terry with Y Engineers, 10505 North College Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana. Here to do a 7 brew for the plat. It's just north of the Raising Canes. We went through TAC last week. I think we addressed all your comments on that, so brought the plat. It is signed, notarized, everything else. Got that today from the rails. So if there's any questions.
This is gonna be for, what is it?
7 brew. It's the lot right just to the north of the Raising Canes.
Any questions from the board?
What is this 7 brew?
It is.
Drive-through coffee shop.
It's a drive-through out of northwest Arkansas. Actually, it started in Fayetteville, University of Arkansas. It's pretty much a, I wouldn't say hip-hop drive-through, but it's a younger generation. Coffee's very good. I go to northwest Arkansas all the time because that's where K-Mac is, who's the developer, so I'm down there a lot. So yeah, it's pretty good. Wait till Slim Chickens comes up here, so they're coming here.
Slim Chicken?
Yes, they're building in Westfield. They got one in West Lafayette and down on Traders Point on 8060, 465. But they are living in Kokomo, so.
Sweet. Any other questions from the board? Any questions from the audience? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P06P23, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion is approved.
Congratulations. We look
Thank
forward
you.
to checking it out.
It'll be, well, we got in for NDOT permits right now, so probably in 3 weeks, probably 1st of August, and 45 days after that, it'll be open.
Perfect. Thank you. Looking forward to it. Congratulations.
Next case is case
You're
P 11-823, petition of We Engineering
You're all
requested.
I
Sorry,
got,
He's got
Psych.
next.
it's like,
he's got the next case too.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
So, case P 11-823, petition of We Engineering requesting development plan approval for 7 Brew Coffee Shop. This is 807 South Street Road.
Move for approval?
Second.
You don't have any more to add, do you, from what you just said?
John, I'd sent you a couple of emails on the sanitary. So when I talked to one of the rails today, he says where they took the white or the 45 and 90 to the old Blockbuster, they just extended that line 60 feet. Did they get a permit for that?
For extending the lateral,
It's called out as an 8-inch main is basically what they're saying.
if they did it recently, they didn't, but.
I would say in the last 45 days they did. So I didn't know if they reached out, got a permit.
Nope.
So when we hired Fluid Waste to come in to go from the northwest corner up by the car wash,
Mhm.
they put the camera in 15 feet, it was capped. So you know anything about that?
I do not.
So the city didn't tell them to cap anything?
No.
Okay. All right. That's one of the questions. And if you guys have any questions.
I will say, the one thing, we need to amend the motion to make if we're gonna go ahead and vote on approval, it'll be subject to the NDOT permits that
Yes.
you're still waiting for.
Yeah, we talked to
So-
Neil and everything else today after I left you guys on the
Right.
TAC. He said it's about 3 weeks. All we're gonna do is replace what's there with concrete,
Right.
and it's gonna be a maintenance bond and $10,000 bond.
Yep. You gotta jump through hoops, so.
Basically, yeah. Gotta get drainage approval, which I've already been in contact with Merrill Downtown
Okay.
already.
Yeah, I don't think I think just to protect ourselves, we need to make that motion subject to those approvals.
I amend
So-
my motion to make the approval subject to NDOT approval.
Yep.
And once I get that, I'll forward it to you.
Sure, perfect.
All right.
Okay, make sure you get it to him because he's the one that's gonna give the ILP.
Gotcha.
So you
I'll
won't
give
get
it to
that until
everybody.
those come in.
I'll just give it there.
Yep.
Jessica, everyone.
Jessica.
Yeah, don't give it to me, give it to Jessica. Give it to me, it gets lost on the desk, give it to
That's
Jessica.
totally fine.
Any questions from the audience with that new information? Any question from the board? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of case P 11-A23, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is approved.
Thank you,
Who do I give the plaque to?
Jessica. Everything goes to Jessica. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are. Nope, I have nothing to do with other business.
Next on the agenda is approval of claims.
I move to approve claims in the amount of $28,451.68.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for approval of claims. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Claims are approved.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, I wish I
So-
could stay here longer with you all tonight. I am pretty.
Need another hour or so, right?
A couple, yeah.
Another couple.
Who motioned, who seconded that, sorry,
What was that?
adjourning?
I motion to adjourn and.
I second.
Smiles are much better.
Wow.